folks, welcome to the Mediocre Cover Band Guitar Guy. I want to thank everybody for the continued support over the last little bit. And before we get started, if you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it. If you don't want to, that's cool too. Thanks for being here. So I got a question today in a conversation, and it went something like this. Do you think cover bands are still relevant, and do you think that they're still important? I don't know about relevant anymore. Not here in Newfoundland. Um, the venues are just dying out. We lost a great venue last year before Christmas, and management issues probably played a little bit of a thing with that one. And people are just going out to see bands anymore, unfortunately. The shed party, for anybody not from Newfoundland, I don't know what you guys do elsewhere. People just sit in the shed next to the lawnmower and drink and talk about people in a lot of cases. Sometimes they have a great time, whatever, but that's it. No one's really going out. It's expensive as shit too. Don't get me wrong. Um, in my mind, they're relevant. I love going to see a good band still, but I'm a huge fan of music. Um, do I think cover bands are important? I do, because they keep music alive. Obviously, certain bands are still going to stay kind of in everybody's peripheral in the sense that classic rock stations are still playing them quite regularly. Like, I mean, AC/DC's never going to go out of style. Tom Petty's never going to go out of style. But if you look at certain people, um, bands like the Eagles and Jimi Hendrix and whatever that take their music off of, like social media platforms because of copyright issues and things like that, need to realize that radio's not playing it as much as it used to, and some of it has to do with the attitude of the estate or remaining members in the band. People are just sick of it or whatever. So if you can go into the bar and hear the Eagles, bands are still playing Take It Easy. They're still playing Already Gone. They're still playing Hotel California, Lion Eyes, all that stuff. Heartache Tonight. They're not necessarily playing it all over the radio all the time. So that helps keep it alive. So that's my theory on it is cover bands help keep music that sometimes may not get the opportunity to stay in the forefront or in people's ears, through rock stations or whatever. Tommy and the Two Tones, Jenny 8675309 goes over great in the bars. You don't necessarily hear it on the radio every day. So we're playing it in the bars. Groups like the Romantics, What I Like About You, you're going to hear that probably by a dozen cover bands. So it's keeping that song not relevant, can't use that word, but it's keeping it alive. So yeah, I think cover bands are important. I think that there's a need. People want to dance sometimes and they want the whole thing and not just some guy playing it on acoustic. That's not a knock to anybody playing it on acoustics. But it's really funny when you go into the Irish bars and you see them playing those songs when, it's like, aren't you supposed to be like in an Irish pub playing, and it's not a knock those guys either. Some of these musicians that play in those bands are awesome, and some of these guys are awesome people. I mean, if you ever get a chance to go see a band like Down Forward who play Irish covers, they're not real Irish people. I'm not making fun of Irish people, just in case you want. But, they're not from Ireland, so we got it. But great musicians. You got Jeremy Golding and friggin' Jason March in a band together. That's enough said right there. But anyway, you need to start going out and checking out live music. You need to go out and if you see a full live band, you need to go check it out. That's it. We need to get that stuff back. Great bands that have been around 25 years, playing every major festival, every major event, working hard, building relationships, all of a sudden find themselves and I'm not talking about my band, in 2024 with no gigs besides a few weddings and a couple of other events. There's something to be said there. And that was a conversation I had today with somebody. And, I'm a little bit distracted because right now my band, on our band thread, they're negotiating a conference of some sort, private gig. I haven't responded yet because I'm doing this. So I haven't put my 2 cents in, but it's distracting. But it's also cool. Anybody chiming in for the very first time, I filmed these on my cell phone, on my Pixel, my Google Pixel phone. And the notifications are popping in as I'm talking to you, so it's weird. But anyway, go see a live band. Don't make any excuses, and get on the bars that have live bands to get them to start earlier. This 11 at night till 3 in the morning is shite, to borrow an Irish phrase. Uh, it's too late. You're not going to get a sitter to come in your house from 11 to 3, right? If you got kids and you want to go check out live entertainment. So guys, thank you for tuning in. If you did watch this video, I don't know. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It could be one of those videos that gets 20,000 views, and it might be one of those videos that gets 94 views, and it might get 40 views. I don't know. But thank you, whoever popped by. Appreciate it very much. Cheers.